In this video, we explain the Monitoring tab. Monitoring provides monitoring services in real time. The span of time does not extend beyond 48 hours the previous and next day. It's our de facto main supervision tool. This is a very short video because the interface presents data that is very similar to that of the dashboard. It's just structured differently. Whereas the dashboard shows jobstream run data in aggregate form, in other words, totals for completed, in progress, and forecasted, monitoring shows pretty much the same, but for jobstream runs listed individually. You'll find that many of the tools, like the roll-up filter, are identical. Some of the tools include the roll-up filter to structure the interface, the jobstream information, and the Gantt view. Monitoring also shows alerts, which we will cover in a dedicated alerting module. This is the Monitoring tab. It shows individual jobstream runs with associated data. It has the column headers you expect to find in this type of interface. The name of the job stream for a given run, the current state immediately to the right showing if it's completed, in progress, or forecasted. If the line is in the middle, it's in progress. If it's to the right, it's completed. If it's to the left, it's forecasted. The state is also color-coded, gray for completed, blue for in progress. We also have columns for the status column showing whether the run is early, on time, or late, the completion percentage, start time, runtime, predicted runtime, and so forth. It's all fairly intuitive. You can sort by field by simply clicking on the column header, which shows an up or downward arrow depending on the sort. At the bottom left of the screen, you have the alerts window, which we cover elsewhere. You're able to resize columns and add and remove columns by right-clicking on one of the headers. There's a marker in the top right-hand corner. This shows the number of in-progress runs and those that are currently displayed. 8 of 8 means 8 runs are in progress, and they're all shown here. The number may be different if an active filter is keeping in-progress jobstream runs from being displayed. You're able to place the mouse pointer on any of the runs. This brings up a tooltip with the jobstream definition and target job. We'll show one and then select a jobstream run. There are 2 buttons in the top right-hand corner. One shows information about the selected run, and the other is the Gantt view, which shows underlying jobstream execution graphics for this run that uses the same format as the Analysis tab. View tabs can be created just like in the dashboard interface. The mode of creation of these views is basically the same. We name the view and assign a business area. This makes it possible for individual teams to monitor their operations in real time. The purpose of the filtering mechanism is to filter out certain data points and make our views more focused. For example, teams might decide to consider job streams that have the critical marker in their definitions. This type of filter applies to other types of data points like business area cycles. We can also reduce the scope of the view by removing completed runs, runs in progress, and forecasted runs. In the case of past and future, we can use the default last and next 12 hours, or widen those time range windows with hard values. By now you should be familiar with business areas. You're aware that they can be given cycles matching their assigned batch windows. This is common in organizations that require sales to process between, say, 7 p.m. and 1 a.m., finance between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m., logistics between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m., and so forth. This is a feature of interest for department managers who want to see ongoing operations for the current processing cycle, what completed or failed in the previous cycle, and what's forecasted in the next. The monitoring roll-up filter lets you do this, and our community of monitoring users enjoy this feature very much because it gives them a very high level of focus on what they really want to see. Yesterday's, today's, and tomorrow's batch cycle with no regard for the rest, which they rarely care about anyways. Let's assume we're not interested in monitoring what completed. We can remove these runs from the view. In both tabs, Dashboard and Monitoring, you're able to right-click on a job stream and display a context menu with functions specific to the job stream. You may notice different items at the bottom of the menu. They're custom actions, and they're developed by the AI administrators to support end users and operators with additional information available via the web. Let's use an example. We have two custom actions, escalation and job info. Keep in mind that these are examples. The actions available in your tabs will definitely be different. These actions were designed so that when you click on escalation, you display a web page that contains instructions to follow for escalation. And when you click on job info, you'll display additional information regarding the job stream. The key information, job stream, duration, business area, and so forth, is used to display the appropriate pages depending on the job stream on your screen. Just a quick note on forecasted jobs. Forecasting is available in both the dashboard and monitoring tabs. It shows the job streams that are scheduled to run in the future. As opposed to many of the other data points, this data is not extrapolated from historical records, but sourced directly from the scheduling object definitions extracted from the schedulers. If we use Atomic as an example, that would be objects like the JSCH. In order to activate forecasting for a particular job stream, make sure the option is selected in the job stream definition. Based on AI's predictive analytics, it's possible to establish a job stream's predicted failure to complete. The job stream assumes a status, not predicted to finish or NPTF. Once a job stream takes the status, you can display the Gantt view for the NPTF job stream and simply show the prediction. We also have root cause analysis and what if scenarios enabled for a very limited number of schedulers, at least as of 2022. Root causes include a condition that is not expected to be met, a job on ice, on hold, an expired calendar, and more. AI then provides remedial recommendations based on these root causes. For each recommendation, you'll be presented with a list of predicted outcomes and an outline of the near future progress of your job stream if you were to follow the recommended remediation. You can also enable what if scenario columns in the monitoring tab by setting the predict what if continuously parameter to true in the config tool.